All my friends out there walking the cosmos, this is Reno, your friendly neighborhood existentialist, and this is Artificial Constructs. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever it may be for you. I'm a little disappointed. I tried to do another podcast, but I ran out of storage, so it literally stopped in the middle of it. So I'm not gonna upload it. Maybe I will someday, just as like a quirk, if I get enough followers and people actually like listening to this shit. I hope somebody listens to it. You know, that's like the main goal of this. Is I hope at least one person listens to it, takes a nugget of truth from it, and you know, learns something. Maybe it opens their mind a little bit. But well, you know, shit. Said it before. I'm gonna be getting fucked up on these things. So here's to hoping. Ah. Anyhow, let's get to the news. Well, previously I was talking about love, and that it was a feeling that I didn't really want to deconstruct. But the other feelings, I got no problem with. And the whole idea of feelings, dude, that one's fucking hard for me to wrap my brain around. I mean, intuitively, I understand like what feelings are and how they feel. I mean, they're feelings, but like, it's kind of strange how that even evolved into our infrastructure. Like, I mean, I suppose I can understand fear. That's a, you know, protect your life type of situation, or protect someone else's or something. Even when it comes down to like fucking microscopic organisms, I believe they probably, at least some form of it, they feel fear because you can see them run from other microbes and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if they feel feeling or if it's just like a chemical response, but that might, if that's what it is for them, then why is it any different for us? You know, um, it's really just a chemical response in our brain that's telling us like there's danger aloof. There's danger afoot. Release the hounds. I don't know. Fuck me. Whatever. I actually don't. My wife does that. But so like yeah, like what even is fear? And what is happiness? Like, I mean, I understand there's a drug in our brain, dopamine, that like when we do something that pleases us, it gets released and you feel happy. That's just the way it is. And I mean, why does it feel good? What makes it feel good? What is any drug? Why does any drug make you feel good or bad, scared? You know, I mean, I can try to logically try to piece together like what makes you scared, and it's like, oh, it's because like the unknown or something dangerous or previous experiences, blah blah blah. But like when it really boils down to like the base fucking thing, how do you feel? Even not even just afraid. How do you feel anything? How do you feel anger? What's anger? And I think anger goes hand in hand with fear. Because I think that when you get angry, it's sort of like a natural defense against being frightened. You know? It's like if you feel threatened, you get angry, you fight, bam, you know? You defend yourself. And frightened is more of the flight response. So it's basically fight or flight right there. And I don't know. I've been able to fight when I wasn't angry. Not like against somebody attacking me, like on the street. Because I've been in martial arts for a long time. So I've been in tournaments and stuff like that. And, I'm fighting against the next person, the other person, whatever. At the end of the fight, dude, no matter what, fucking, it's like, you basically hug it out, you're brothers. It's like, it's alright, you won, I didn't, I should practice harder. It's really just a test of your skills, is what that is. And there's no hate in it. I mean, I've seen MMA fighters fucking hug each other after a battle and they just fucking, like, whooped each other's asses. There's like, good job, brother, dude. Like that one couple moves, man, I thought you were gonna get me, but I got you. So I just kind of looked out there, or I was just a little bit faster or something. Yeah, forgive my giant schnoz. Got that from, well, obviously, my family. It is very windy outside. I can hear it in here. Oh, no, it's cool, man. We've got some nice snow drifts right now because it's like so cold out. Like the snow isn't like wet. It's all just a powder, so it's just blowing around and making these cool drifts and stuff outside. That's the snow I don't really mind. I like that shit. I mean, if I did, yeah, I've mentioned it before that, like, man, I almost want to pack up all my shit, everything that's important, and sell fucking everything else, and just move to the tropics. But I would miss these types of days because it's nice in a sense. If you live in a like sort of a wintry place, like winter's kind of harsh. It's been crappy winter. This is the first nice day that's like, it's cold as shit outside and it's windy as fuck outside. But man, throw on some snow pants, go out there and go sledding, man. I can hit that powder, man. I used to snowboard when I was a kid. I haven't snowboarded since I broke my leg. I broke my leg fucking years ago, but it was bad. I was going fast, and I ended up hitting a tree, and I broke my femur bone, and like the bone was sticking out and shit, even. So like I passed out from blood loss almost immediately. That and shock, but luckily there was one of those fucking, I don't even know, you could call it a wannabe Mountie. I don't know, like security or whatever. Scouts. But he was going around on a fucking a snowmobile, and he saw me, and he saw it happen. So he got me, and like I had to be heli lifted and shit to a hospital, and I was in a wheelchair for like 5 months, something like that. And they said that I'd probably walk funky for the rest of my life, and I was up and doing martial arts again in a year, within a year of it happening. So, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Whatever you put your fucking mind to, you can do. I promise you that. And, I think that's the whole basis of, like, everybody saying, like, oh, you can be whatever you want to be. But, not everybody can. But everybody can. If they have the right inspiration and motivation. Those are the two qualities you need. First of all, the motivation to want to do something. And then second of all, the inspiration to like imagine. Just fucking imagine what you can accomplish. And you can do it. We all can. You know, I aspire to be I don't know, man, fucking everything. I mean, I'm writing a book, I play instruments, I sing, I write lyrics, I want to be a stand-up comedian. That's what I really want to do. If I could be a really successful stand-up comedian, that would be either that or rock star. Now I know those are two very high things on the chart, like hard things to do, but you know, if I put my mind to it, I think I could do it. And whatever you want to do, you can do it too. And that's an interesting little pathway to go down. You know, like what do you want to do? Seriously, leave me a comment. I'll talk to you back. I mean, seriously. I like to talk, obviously. I mean, shit, I'm sitting here alone and I'm just spitballing. And I don't know if I really said it before, but like, seriously, there is zero fucking anything written down for me. I have no script. I go into this completely blind and I just make this shit up as I go along. So, bear with me if there's like, little pauses and I'm trying to think of the next topic to talk about. But, I mean, if I had a guest here, it'd be a hell of a lot easier. I'll tell you that. Just because that's an amazing thing, man. How, like, two people can start off talking about one thing. And then, like, after just, like, half an hour or something, you're completely talking about something else. Like, something completely different. It's amazing. I love that, dude. I love the human interaction because, I love talking. Cheers, folks. Oh, yeah, if you didn't remember, I get hammered while I'm doing this. Call me a hammer, bro. Anyhow. I did another video that I did not upload, but I would like to introduce you to my seductress, Elvira. Yes, indeed. So, as, pretty much all the guys would say, I would hit that. And Elvira, I'm about to hit that. So, oh, Elvira, you treat me so good. Let's clear that. That's right. Yeah. That's the stuff. Here, maybe you can taste it. I know I'm so stupid. But, anyhow, doesn't matter. Shit. Fuck, there ain't nothing wrong with getting high. Let's talk about some drugs. I haven't done a lot of drugs. I smoke cigarettes. I alcohol, and I smoke weed. That's generally the most I do. And I always do it when I'm at home. Never like before or during work. Don't do that, people. Or when driving. Or before driving, too, you know. But, yeah. I have done mushrooms. I've done them 3 times. Trace. And this one's the fuck you one. Not you, the experience. But the second one was a bad trip. Still happy I did it because it was fucking mind growing. But if you've never done them, I recommend it. But make sure you're in a safe environment and with someone around that's caring for you. Just to help talk to you. You know what I mean? Just like bring you back if you start to go down and bring you back up. That's really the most important part. I mean, you're not gonna die unless you do some like fucking poison ones. But you eat poison fucking spinach. They've had recalls and shit. People have died from that. They got fucking salmonella or something, you know, from spinach. That's just a random example. Don't take it too literally. But yeah, no, it literally did happen though. Anyhow, so anyhow, my first experience with mushrooms was awesome. I'm gonna say it's like one of the best experiences I've had in my life. Probably the best experience I've had in my life, other than like having sex for the first time or something, you know. But so like, I got some from my well, I'll say an associate that I worked with, and he had been telling me about like these like his experiences with it, and I was like, there's no fucking way. You know, I was like 17 or 18 at the time. And I was like, there's no fucking way. You really felt those things when you were on mushrooms? Like, really? Like, that doesn't make sense to me because I'd smoked pot and I had drank. And I was like, I've never felt that sort of shit. And I'm not even talking about, like, I understood that, like, you would hallucinate and you would get the visuals. But I didn't understand the feeling that you would get from it. And it was just such an amazing, like, sell. I swear to God. And I was like, dude, could you hook me up? Could you get me some? And he was like, yeah, I can get you some. And I was like, alright, I'll buy some. I'll give it a try. So then he gets me some. And he gets me quite a bit. And, well, Nika, my wife, she tried a little bit. She had a little bit too. And then I like pretty much ate all the rest. Which was quite a bit. And well, we laid down on the bed and we just basically like waited for it to take hold. We knew that we were gonna get fucked up. We knew we were about to go on a trip. And now, granted, she's much smaller than me, so the small amount that she took still did affect her pretty good. But, so we're laying on the bed. We got an incense burner going. It's shaped of stars. We got like 5 incenses, sticks in it. And we're just chilling the fuck out, waiting for it to come. And then you start to feel a little bit of a not so good in your tummy, you know? Not necessarily like you're gonna throw up, but almost like you're gonna throw up. And then that's when you know, now I know, that's when you know that it's fucking taking effect. And, it goes away. Just so you know, it does go away. It it's a very temporary thing as the psilocybin absorbs into your membranes and such. But like, um, all of a sudden, it did start to go away. But then I noticed, like, when it really took hold. I'm an artist, so we have, and so is Nika. So, like, we had all those like Manila folders and stuff full of pictures, and we write stories. So there was like, whatever. We had a ton of Manila envelopes up on the shelf in my room, and all of a sudden they started waving together like blades of grass. And that's when I fucking knew. I was like, holy shit. Like, I've never fucking seen anything like this in my life. And that's when I knew. I was like, the drugs have taken hold. Like, I am in this now, bitches. There ain't no going back. And, like, I was able to just, like, look out at my room and do, like, this. And it was like, everything I was seeing was just a freshly painted picture. All the everything that I saw was wet paint, and I was able to smear it. But then it would go back. But then I'd do this again, and it would smear again. And I was just, dude, the visuals are fucking incredible. They're absolutely incredible. But the most important part about this room experience for me isn't just the visuals, it's the way it makes you feel. It opens your mind so that you can think outside of yourself. Like, I was sitting there, and at one point I was like, dude, I could be sitting on a stump right now smoking a bowl and completely not bothering anybody. Like, I'd be the most peaceful person on the planet. I'm just smoking a bowl. At that time, it was like way illegal to smoke pot. I'm not even sure if it's still legal to do in public. I don't know. I have to look into that. But I know it's legal to do it at your home. You can grow your own stuff like that. Whatever. But I was like, I could be the most peaceful person on the planet. Which at that point, especially at that point, when I was doing those mushrooms, I absolutely was. I wouldn't even harmed a bug. I've been like, hello, little fly. How are you? But, like, no, I wouldn't have harmed anything at that point. And I was like, but if a cop walked up on me, if I was sitting in a park, smoking just a pipe, and sitting on my stump, cop walks up on me, I'd go to jail. Or they'd fine me, at least. The very least, they'd do that. They'd give me some sort of, like, ticket. And I was like, that's fucked up. I realized, like, how fucked up it was. Because I just, like, I mean, I'd always felt that way. But, like, in that moment, I was like, that's fucked up. Because, like, I'm literally not hurting anyone. Not even myself. I'm just sitting there smoking a fucking pipe. It's got a little bit of weed in it, yes. Okay, I'm smoking weed. Dude, this isn't fucking reefer madness. I'm not gonna go insane on somebody because I'm smoking a fucking bowl. You know what I mean? And it's fucking insane how they treat a lot of drug users. I've seen other countries how they've opened up clinics. I'm not sure if they're called clinics, but something like that. Where, like, people that use heroin or something like that, they can go in and they put them in a safe environment. They give them they inject the heroin or whatever drug, and it's medically done. and the people can stay there in a safe environment, enjoy their heroin or whatever, and fucking methadone, whatever, and like the drug rate went down. People stopped coming because they just they got their lives together. They helped them get their lives together by giving it to them in a clean, safe environment and offering like psychologists and therapists and stuff, and the death rate went down for sure because you weren't sharing dirty needles, stuff like that, and like crime went down too because I mean if you can get it for free, who the fuck's out there selling it? You're not gonna make no money. It's like what? Why would I pay money to get your dirty fucking shit and use a dirty needle in a fucking dirty like place? Or I could go to a nice clean clinic where somebody's going to talk to me soothingly and make sure that I'm 100% getting a clean dose with a clean needle. So then you don't have the drug dealers on the streets. You don't have people shooting people over this shit and everything. Like, dude, all around, just like accept it. People want to do their drugs. But that's the fucking magical thing, is that once it was 100% freely available to them, like they didn't even need to spend money. You could just walk up off the street and get it for free from this clinic, or these clinics. There's several in several different countries. They ended up stopped using them altogether, and they got their life together. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's crazy. It's like once it's freely available, somehow they used it enough and it was clean enough. And I think that's part of the thing there, is that once it's freely available, they know that later on down the road, they want to party down or something, they really feel like it, even though they've gotten off it. Like, they can go back and do it, but safely and supervised and not OD, not die, because they give you the proper dosage. And I don't know, man. Like I said, everybody likes their drugs. Anyhow, shit. I was talking about my first time on mushrooms. Oh yeah, and the way it makes you feel. That's the most important part. That's the part that, dude, it lasted for me for like 3 days. It's just this feeling of almost euphoria. And like love. Love for everything and everyone. Everywhere. Like, I was able to pull myself out of myself and be like, oh, hi Russians, I love you. And like I was there. And that's just a random thing, but I was thinking that everyone, like in China, India, South America, everywhere, and everything. Because, like, alright, like, I was doing mushrooms at my house, and I was like 17 or 18. I was still living in at home with my mom. And, like, my mom knew I smoked pot, but, she wasn't happy with it, but she knew and understood that. And she came home from work, and it was dark at the time. It was kind of a cold time of year, so it got dark early. And She comes home from work and she looks at me. My eyes are fucking dilated, man. And she looks straight at me and immediately is just like, "Have you been smoking?" And I was like, I had like this 3 second pause. I don't like to lie. I like to be honest, okay? I really prefer to be honest in all things. It's just been instilled in me my entire life. So I'll tell you as it is. Anyhow, at that time, I lied. It was like, she was like, "Have you been smoking pot?" And I hadn't had any, but I've been doing mushrooms. And it was like this, like, "What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?" And I was like, "Yes, I have been smoking pot." And she was like, "Oh, all right." I didn't want to take that bite. I didn't want to tell my mom I've been doing mushrooms. That would have fucking, that would have been a house fire, man. Shit. Um. So anyhow, she's like wanted to go up to like a party store. She wanted to pick up a couple beers for herself. And I was like, "Can I come with you?" And she was like, "Sure, you can ride along." And it was raining out, and it was like November or some shit. It was cold fucking outside, and but it was raining, and we're driving there, and it's not far, but I'm looking at all the raindrops on the fucking windshield, like, oh my god, that's the most beautiful fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Because she parked in front of this party store and they have like a lot of lights shining out, man. It's like all glass and a lot of lights shining out, and it's shining on the raindrops. And I was just enamored, man. I was fucking lost in like the nature of like what I was seeing. it was it was pretty amazing, but like I said, it lasted for like 3 days. It's that feeling, not any of the visuals. I wasn't like hallucinating per se, but like I just felt that inner glow. You know, I'm not sure if you do know, but I'm trying to explain it to you. It's a little hard to explain in words. Mm. Cheers. So, anyhow, yeah, that inner glow was amazing. And then the second time I did them, um, it had a bad tip. That's why I did this. 'Cause number two, fuck you. um, yeah, it had a bad head, but that was, I kind of blame that on one of my friends because it was my second time doing them, but it was their first time doing them. So I had my two best friends with me, Nika, which is my best friend, obviously. I mean, I married her. She's my best friend. But, anyways, I had my two best boyfriends with me, and one of them had their girl with them too. And so it was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of us out there. 6 of us out there. And we were in the woods. And we're in this little bunker that basically, like, it was just logs and shit, but, like, it had basically been built for, like, a fucking paintball arena type thing. And there were some trails and shit out there. We were kind of like in the middle of suburbia, but like there's this. It's hard to explain. You know, yeah, you look like those squares of woods that are like in areas that are like directly next to houses and stuff like that. That's kind of what it was. And so we're out there and we're doing our mushrooms, and one of my buddies, like, he's a tall guy, but he's really skinny. but he's always considered himself to be like a moose because he is like big but skinny. But he doesn't have the fucking weight of a moose, dude. He is fucking lighter than me, and I'm shorter than him. But so like he ends up doing way more than he should, and tripping the fuck out. No, I mean not in like a bad way. Not like oh he's tripping out, but like he's just fucking tripping. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna go take a piss. And we're like, all right, go on, have your fun, take your pee. And then like some time goes by. Now remember, time's fucking dilated when you're on this shit. You don't know how much fucking time has passed. But then all of a sudden, my other buddy, has this girl with him, is like, where is he? And I was like, I don't know. He's been gone for a suspicious amount of time. You know, oddly, more time than it takes to take a piss. So we're like, looking around, and like, what do you want over there? So we walk over there and everything. We find him. He's fucking laying on his back. Because he took too much, man. He took too much. Now, this instills panic in me, at least. You know, he's my best friend. Has been for years. And now he's laying on the ground. And then at that time, dude, you understand, this was fucking like 20 years ago almost. So like Google and like smartphones, shit like that, they weren't freely available. So I didn't have all the information that I do now. So I didn't know that he'd be fine. He's just he's just tripping. You know? But I was frightened, you know? Because I was like, oh my God, my friend is going to die right here. And then, literally at that moment, it was like every fucking Christian family and their dog decided to go on a walk through these trails. And, like, they're walking up and they're like, hey, is he okay? And we were just like, he's fine! Like, leave us alone! So then, you know, they pass and everything. Like, there was like 3 fucking families ended up walking past us while we are trying to like slap his face and get him to wake the fuck up. And like, dude, wake up, dude. And he did. And then I was like, all right, to friend number 2 and his girl, like, I'm not putting them in numbers as in how much I like them, just friend number 2. And I was like, you guys go home. Because they were like literally down the road from their house. They could walk like within a few minutes. So I was like, you guys go home. We're going to go home. And I'm going to bring my buddy, the one that was fucked up. I'm going to bring him home. And we're going to go back to my place. Now, don't get me wrong. There was some really good, fun things that happened during that experience. But once that happened, that turned me down a fucking bad fucking point, dude. And like I got home. I don't know if you've ever seen the Miyazaki movie, Howl's Moving Castle. I know it might be obscure. Don't worry about it. But it's like in that movie a little bit. It just felt like I had this like black ooze coating me and just dripping off of me. I just felt so bad and so scared and so existentially scared, like thinking about death and pain and the pain and strife that we give each other throughout the world. Like, all of us deal with it a little bit, but not all of us deal it out, and that's a good thing, dude. That is like my wife Nika. She was basically like seriously just like petting me, like I was a fucking dog. Like, you'll get through this. You'll get through this, and I did. I totally did, and I think I'm a better person for it. To tell you the truth, to have felt that pain, that anguish for my fellow man, everybody in the world. Like, without that shit, I don't think I'd be the person I am. I mean, to have that feeling of like how to treat another person. You know, fucking have some dignity and some respect. You don't know what anybody else is going through necessarily. And even if you do know, that doesn't mean that you understand how they feel about it. You know, I'm dealing with some shit right now. But the thing is that like you could know what I'm going through, but to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't. Like I've just been through so much fucking shit that like it doesn't really faze me anymore. I don't care. I have literally ceased to give a shit about anything negative that happens in my life. Anyone that is negative, get the fuck out. I don't care. You know, those two friends I was talking about, they're not in my life. Actually, one of them, friend number two, actually did get a hold of me recently. He like had apparently like lost my number or something, and he got a new phone and like updated his phone through Google or whatever like that, and like, my number popped back up, and he ended up texting me, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? You've been gone for years. Who knows? Maybe we'll be friends again. I'm okay with that. I'm friends with everybody. I'm friends with you. As long as you're not an asshole. Like I said, that's the number one rule. Actually, artificial constructs. You want to talk about the official rules? Number one, don't talk about artificial constructs. Rule number two, don't talk about artificial constructs. Rule number three, like and subscribe. That's stupid. Fucking Fight Club. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say that shit. Whatever. But, so anyhow, let's go on to number 3. That's one. Dang. That's kind of hard to do. Number 3. Alright, the third time I did shrooms. So, my brother and I decided to go out on like a boys' night out, right? Don't do that much, but so this was like way out, and this is a guy I never met, but we went out to his property. He was a friend of my brother's. He owns like 18 acres, like way the fuck out there in the woods, and we were gonna have a bonfire and stay the night and everything. We were gonna sleep in my brother's SUV in the back of that and everything. By the way, totally fucking freezing. We should have brought a lot more blankets. It was cold as shit that night. But, so it was a terrible sleeping night. But anyways, that's not the point. So, like on the way there, his car ended up overheating. We had pulled over and we were on the highway, and this cop pulls up. I was like, hey, you guys alright? We're like, yeah, car's just overheating, just working on the engine a little bit here. We'll be good. So that scared the shit out of us because we already knew that we were going out there to fucking do mushrooms. So, anyway, he drives away. We're cool. We get the car good and going. And we drive out there, and like the way we did the mushrooms this time, like previously I just ate the mushrooms, and I'm telling you, I'm not a fan of regular mushrooms in my food, so it was a little bit. I didn't like it, but I wanted the effect, so beggars can't be choosers. So So we go out there, and the way we did our mushrooms is they took them and they put them in like this coffee grinder, and and it was just became a powder. And we just spoon up how much you were gonna take, knock it back with some fucking orange juice, and wait for it to take effect. So what me and my brother did. Now I tried to mention before in the podcast that didn't get put on here. My brother's like 6 years older than me, so there's a little bit of a gap there. But anyhow, um, we go and we're like just laying in the back of his SUV. It's propped open. We're just laying there and uh, waiting for it to take effect. Well, the dude that owns the property, my brother's friend, and by the way, there's like 30 guys here. You know, there's a lot of guys. It was a guys' night out, and so like we're just laying in the back of the fucking SUV, and the dude has a dog. It's jet black, big dog too. Not like a Rottie, some sort of mix, but he's jet black and he's big. But anyways, he starts going. He starts trying to like talk to us almost. He's just going. All of a sudden, that's like when the mushrooms had started to take effect on me and my brother, and we just started dying laughing, dude. We laughed for like fucking 20 minutes at least. At least, like it started to hurt. We'd been laughing so much, you know what I mean? It was like, oh my god, just stop. Oh my god, you were just laughing so hard and everything. One of the best experiences I've had with my brother. We have a rocky relationship, but that was one of the best experiences I've had with him. So, anyways, like later on, we started the bonfire and everything, and it was a big fire. It was a big fucking fire. Probably too big for a bunch of people doing mushrooms to be around. But, well, it is what it is. It started to get dark and everything, and the dude that owned the property wanted to go like all commando and just like, let's go into the fucking woods. But it had like rained the day previously, so it was wet as shit out in the woods. Like there was big fucking puddles and shit, and I was like, I'd like almost attempted it, but I like walked up to the edge and I was like tripping on shrooms, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking chill out here next to the bonfire and enjoy my fucking trip. Let you guys go out there fucking commando. I'm not gonna go out there and get lost in fucking woods I don't know. It was all wet and shit. Fuck you. I'm gonna stay here where it's warm and I know where there's safety. I'm by the house and by our vehicle and shit. And there's a bonfire here. Well, anyways, a bunch of them go out there and go do the fucking commando thing. I'm like, whatever. And a bunch of us stayed up back by the bonfire. Well, a couple of guys decided it was a fantastic idea, which, by the way, it was a fantastic idea, to, now, I feel bad for the dog, but I also don't feel bad for the dog because the dog didn't give a shit. But they brought these, like, fucking glow sticks, you know? They knew we're gonna be out there tripping and bring some glow sticks and shit, you know? And possibly going into the woods, some of them brought glow sticks, you know, just so you could see them. But these are the fucking thick ones, man. And they decided to break these bitches open and splatter them like a fucking, like a crazy artist just taking the paintbrush and splatting on the canvas. They just started splattering this dog with the fucking glow sticks, and he ended up striped as fuck, and it was still glowing and everything, and we're fucking tripping. And he, like I said before, he's black, like jet black, and it was dark as fuck because we're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. We're in the woods, dude, and he's a country dog, dude. That's his property. He runs around. He does what he fucking wants. You know what I mean? Like he's like, this is my territory, motherfucker. So he's just running around like fucking fast as shit, just back and forth and everything. But he's covered in stripes of this fucking these glow sticks. It's like a little bit of blue, a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow, a little bit more blue. Like he's just like lined. He's like striped like a tiger. And but you can't see the dog in the darkness. You only see the stripes. But they're kind of like in the shape of a dog. Like they kind of like frame a dog. So, dude, it was like, that was one of the most wicked things I've ever fucking seen. That is one of the most wicked things I've ever fucking seen. I can't wait until I get the opportunity to try to do them again. Full show. I'm just pretty much just trying to find this nice, safe fucking avenue to be able to buy them. That would be nice if there was like, like a dispensary. Like if psilocybin was legalized and it could actually be like monitored, like the same way that I was talking about that like heroin clinic. I mean, if you could make sure that you're getting like a safe dosage and you're in a safe environment. I would love to do that. And I wouldn't do it all the time. Like, it's not the type of thing I'm addicted to. Like, especially not physically, but mentally, a little bit. But, like I said, I've only done them 3 times. And so obviously I'm not that addicted. But, well, I don't know. If you offered me mushrooms right now, I would fucking gobble them up. But it's just that type of experience that really, dude, it changes your life. Because like I said, it's not just the hallucinogenic, like the visuals. It's a feeling. And it's really hard to convey. But I really do think that, like, it doesn't just open your mind. It opens you to everything around you. It opens you to, like, who you are, who your neighbor is, who your spouse is, or, well, significant other, or if you don't have one, whatever a friend is. Even that guy that works down at the convenience store. It opens your mind as to putting yourself into their shoes almost without putting yourself into their shoes. It's just like it all of a sudden clicks. You like realize like, oh shit, like I can understand them a little bit better now. And then it also makes you question your own self in a lot of ways. Like, you can look back and be like, damn, dude, I was being a real dick to that guy. Like, I really shouldn't have done that thing. And you're thinking about, like, 10 years ago. Like, you didn't hold the door open for him or something. I don't know. Stupid shit. The first time I did mushrooms, there was this moment where, like, I got a little bit hungry. I didn't feel willing and able to make something complicated. And I was a teenager, so I didn't really give a shit. But I made some ramen noodles, right? And, like, on my way out from my bedroom to my living room, my couch, it didn't look like it, but it felt like a mossy log. It just felt like, not like touch, it just, like, it's energy. It's strange, when you're on mushrooms, you can feel things' energy. Don't question me. It's true. But anyhow. but it just felt like a mossy log. And I was like, walking through my living room, it was fucking incredible. But anyhow, so I went to go make some ramen noodles, and I'm watching them boil, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I even looking at right now? You know what I mean? I mean, it was like, frothing noodles in a pan. And I was just like, I couldn't even, like, construct an idea of what I was looking at. Like, I knew in my mind that they were noodles, but they didn't feel that way. It looked different. It was weird. Granted, I was tripping. I destroyed Krypton. That was something that came up at one point. Whatever. It was funny at the time. Yeah, it's totally no fucking um, sort of like, fuck, I can't remember the word. Whatever, fuck it. No need for description or detail. It's an inside joke. I destroyed Krypton. Um, I shouldn't be sharing inside jokes. Just because you don't get them, so it's not fun. Even though it might be fun because you'd be like, what the fuck is he? Alright, get rid of that cigarette. Okay, so we are at 56 minutes. Damn. Making a video here. You know, it's a little hard spitballing like this. It's completely improv, dude. It's off the top of my head. I don't even know what I'm fucking talking about half the time. But, I mean, if you're listening, I'm glad you're here for the ride. You know what? I'm gonna smoke this bong real quick. Elvira, you do me so good. Yeah. You know, doing this shit, I'm probably not gonna get any sort of monetization from this. Even if I had like 1 million subscribers, I don't think I'd get any money from it. I'd be demonetized from fucking YouTube just for, the shit I do. But I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this for you and me. You know, I was recently really fucking sick with like COVID, like bad, fucking bad COVID, dude. I've heard of some people that didn't get any symptoms from it, like they just tested positive for it, so they had to like stay home or whatever. But well, good for them, God bless your soul. But fucking hey, dude, I did not. Like I could barely breathe, and I was throwing up because like I'm not trying to gross you people out, but I'm just telling you the truth. But like, like I'd get that, I cough and I'd get that like phlegm stuck in my throat, and my body's only like emergency response was like go throw up, which I did. And like I was dizzy, I couldn't focus, dude. I couldn't even think straight, I couldn't talk straight, I couldn't see straight. It was fucked up. So I mean, just a PSA here. Seriously, guys, wear your mask. Go get vaccinated. I was even vaccinated. I'm thinking that might be the only reason I'm alive, because it like maybe inhibited it a little bit. But I got it, and Nika had it. I think I got it from her, but she got it because she deals with a hell of a lot of people every day, and you know how fucking viruses spread. So, just a just a little PSA there. I don't mean to harp on you. You do what you want, man. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna wear a mask, and I am vaccinated, and I'm just about to get my booster. So that's me. I try to care about you people. I do it for you people, not for me. You know, most of what I do in life, I do for other people, because that's that's what really brings me joy in life. I used to play a lot of video games. I used to play them all the time. It just doesn't really bring me joy anymore. Like maybe a little bit here and there, but very rarely. And I mean, I need to get back in my art a little bit more. I still do it, but not so much. I am an artist. I paint, I draw, fucking dude, create and destroy everything in my life. If it's bad, I destroy it. If it doesn't exist, I create it. Let go of those fucking bad people in your life. You might have a really close attachment to them, and I can understand that. I've done the same thing in my life. I've held on to people that weren't good for me. But, like, once they were out of my life, it got better. It got a lot nicer. You know? Calmer. More tranquil. Because you get that. You know, I've been fired from jobs before, right? I hate being fired. Actually, I've only been fired technically once. Kinda twice. But, I've had a lot of jobs and I've usually been the one that left, but, I got fired from jobs. And, like, afterwards, I felt better. I was like, dude, I fucking hated that job anyway. You know, it was a constant struggle, way too many hours, not enough pay, and there was assholes that worked there that fucking ruined almost every aspect of working there on a daily basis. And you're like, alright, yeah, maybe it paid a little kind of good. That was mainly because I was working 50 or 60 hours a week, which also fucked with my, like, you know, my relationships, my life, my everything. You know, I had zero time to do fucking anything. It was like come home, eat, fucking fall in the fucking bed and pass out. And that's not the life I fucking want. I mean, I'm not afraid of working hard, but not at my life's expense. Nope. Fuck you. No job is worth fucking my entire life. That's all there's to it. But, yeah, so I got fired from those jobs. I'm just like, dude, you know what? And it wasn't even like in a spiteful way, but I was like, fuck that job. Fuck that. Like, it's not fucking worth it. I mean, there's so many creative fucking, goddamn it, I had the word. I'm a little drunk, but there's so many different avenues that like I can do creatively. That like why do I even try to spend my time doing those types of jobs, working my fucking ass off when I know for a fact I can draw, I can write, I can create videos, and not just this video. I know how to fucking, you know, animate on a computer. But, well, I don't know. I need to actually make sure that I need to concentrate on it. I need to work on it. And, hopefully you people will be there with me. I'm gonna leave you with this. Cake is good. So, this is Reno, your friendly neighborhood existentialist, and this is Artificial Constructs. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And always remember, I love you. Signing out.